Hello everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Well, today has been an interesting, fun day, full of drama, intrigue. But we're not even going to get into it because you know what, some people aren't worth it. We were happy to have the V-Rod out today, and if any bikers are out there, you know what the V-Rod is. It's the Harley/Porsche combo, which most true bikers hate, but you know what? I found an appreciation for. But let's get into today's topic. Today's topic is going to be Dave Gettleman, the draft science, the free agents, and the rumors. Let's just start off with something that's been circulating, and it's been circulating wrong, which has been annoying me. The Giants did not restructure Blake Martinez or James Bradberry's contract. They didn't. They filed an addendum to the contract about 2 weeks ago, which means they did not get officially signed off on by the league office. So it's an addendum, guys. They didn't restructure anything, and I think we need to. I think we need to figure that out because I keep seeing all this misinformation, and it's an addendum. You think about this for a minute. You cannot sign a free agent and then turn around and restructure his contract. Why? Because then you would be circumventing the cap, which would piss off the league, the union, and the player's agent. So it's not a restructure. It's an addendum. And I'm only telling this because it annoys me when people get things wrong. And I'm seeing it all over YouTube. But neither here nor there. Let's get into Dave Gettleman. Oh, Dave Gettleman, my favorite topic. I am not a Dave Gettleman hater. I'm really not. Met the man twice, and in the 2 minutes that I met him, seemed like a nice enough, seemed like a nice enough Joe. But it's one of those things that, and people in the industry have said he's kind of got a standoffish personality. But you know what? You don't need to have a wonderful personality to be a GM. You need to find your talent. You need to draft well. You need to go out there and get your free agents. Now, can Dave Gettleman do that? He does have a track record of winning in Carolina, but how is he doing here in New York? So what I wanted to kind of do is, I'm calling it the draft science of Dave Gettleman. Let's break down his draft. Let's figure out exactly what his draft philosophy is. So let's go into the 2018 draft. Of course, we took Saquon Barkley, number 2 overall. Now, I know the conception is you don't take a running back that early. And for a team that had a older quarterback who knew maybe only had a year or two left, yes, that was probably not the most interesting move. It was an interesting move that he passed on some of the big quarterbacks. And you know what? And it kind of goes to what I think his philosophy is. I used to think it was take the best, player available, but I think he was trying to take a transitional talent, a transcendental talent, let's say. It's not transitional. That doesn't make any sense. But he's just trying to take an all-world talent, and I can understand that. But they always say, you never take a running back that high, especially when you need a quarterback. And then if we break into his other picks, yes, he kind of shored up the offensive line, with Will Hernandez, which was a good pick. He had an interesting pick with Lorenzo Carter out of Georgia. He did play linebacker in college, but he was more as an edge. And then he went, B.J. Hill, Kyle Lauletta, and R.J. McIntosh. So he went, defensive line, quarterback, defensive line. So you took your quarterback in the 4th round, and then you cut the guy. 2 years, like a year later. And then you're filling, and like I said, we all know Gettleman likes the hog mollies. So he's filling out his defensive line with B.J. Hill and R.J. McIntosh. So we can see right now his philosophy, so far in 18 has been, going big, getting that star running back, ignoring the quarterback. Now, a lot of people were saying, well, that was probably, a group decision. No, I don't think it was a group decision. I think Gettleman wanted to take, in his mind, the best player available, and maybe out of the 4 quarterbacks that came out, he didn't like any of them. I was a Josh Allen fan. I was never a Sam Darnold fan. But, like I said, so he went with, I think he went with his gut, and then he went big, quarterback big. So then if we go into the 19 draft, he finally addresses his quarterback situation by taking Daniel Jones 6th overall. We can all say that Jones might have been there at 17, and they always say when you know someone is your quarterback, do not hesitate to take that quarterback. Do not hesitate to trade up for him, especially if you think it's his guy. So he went. I think again he went with his gut, But then you go back to our 17th pick, for the Odell Beckham trade. He goes Dexter Lawrence. So we went big guy again. We dumped Snacks because we thought they were saying he was a locker room lawyer. We picked up B.J. Hill and R.J. McIntosh and Lorenzo Carter last year, but then we went defense again. We went big defense again. And then, of course, he went, in his first-round pick, 30th overall, DeAndre Baker. I still like the Baker pickup. I still think Baker's going to play her, but again, he's gone defense. And then we take a look again. We've seen O'Shane Ximenez, of course, at 95, Julian Love at 108, Ryan Conley at 143. So he went, offense, defense. So, again, I think he was trying to fill out the defense, but the problem was he's filling out his defense with 2 first-round picks and then the rest later picks, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then, of course, he hit with Darius Slayton. Great pickup. Didn't see that one coming. Saw that out of left field. And then he goes back to, the defensive backfield, Corey Ballantyne. So he picked up Corey Ballantyne, Julian Love, DeAndre Baker, and then Sam Beal a couple years before in the supplemental draft. So, he knew he was reshaping his secondary to get rid of Jackrabbit maybe. But then the problem is, again, you're not addressing the pass rush situation or the linebacker situation, really. You're not going that premier guy. We're not getting Josh Allen. So, it's and like they always say, you can have the greatest secondary in the world, but if you're not getting any type of pass rush, you're just hanging those guys out to dry. It's going to be Pearl Harbor. It's bombs away. So, I think that the draft science of Dave Gettleman is this. I got no freaking clue. I couldn't even tell you. Because he went defense. The defense was terrible. He took offense the first 2 picks of the 2 drafts. He hit big on Barkley, but then had a down year last year because of injury, and we hope he hit on Jones. But then he kind of went big on the line. And again, you draft a rookie quarterback, but you're not taking a look at the offensive line. And yes, I know he went and got 2 players to fill in. One of Remmers is gone now. Kevin Zeidlers are still around. Will Hernandez had an off year. We got Nate, but Nate by last year was already a train wreck. Going into 19, he was already a train wreck, and I think everyone kind of saw he was a train wreck. And I don't know if Gettleman had more faith in his talent evaluation and kind of just threw it all to the side, or if he was really, if there's really, there's definitely a plan. I hate when people say there's not a plan. There's definitely a plan. We just don't know exactly what the plan is at this point in time, right? And we never have for the last couple of years. If we head over also then to the free agency. Free agency again, he goes defense. Blake Martinez. I hope he fills out well in the middle linebacker position. Big James Bradberry fan. So again, it's his top 2 selections are defense. Besides Cam Fleming, we're not really addressing the offensive line issues. So then my question is, with the push again on defense via free agency, is he going offensive line in the draft? Now, standard procedure would say, from what he's done, looking at his body work, yes, he's definitely going offensive line with the 4th overall pick. But it's Dave Gettleman. We have no idea what's in his mindset and where he's going with that pick. So it's interesting because, like I said, he's a quandary. He is a quandary wrapped up in a riddle, and that's what Dave Gettleman is. And I do apologize for the phone going off there. I'm going to try to turn off my phone again. It was supposed to be off, but at this point in time, it didn't seem to click off. But he is a quandary wrapped up in a riddle, Dave Gettleman. Now let's get into the Dave Gettleman rumors. Dave Gettleman rumor is the fact that if his team does not perform well this year, that he will probably be fired. Well, no duh. How is that news? You know it's a slow news cycle when someone comes out with a story that, well, if Gettleman has an off season, the Giants are going to get rid of him. Yeah. A lot of people thought they were going to get rid of him at the end of this year. I think they were trying to the Maras and the Tisches were trying to maintain stability, and they were trying not to rock the boat again and give Gettleman one more shot. But yes, if the team has a bad year and his 3 draft classes don't pan out, yeah, he's going to be gone. He's going to be gone. There's no question about it. And then it begs the question, Joe Judge, what would his stability be with the team if they got rid of Gettleman? Was Judge a Gettleman pick or was he a Martinez pick? So, I mean, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting quandary. It's a quagmire. I'm trying to use all my big words today, but it's something we need to take a look at going into this draft. I mean, like I said, conventional wisdom after seeing what he did in free agency in the last 2 drafts that he would go offensive line with 4. But you know what? He has been nothing but unconventional. So let's hope that we get the player we want. I personally want Isaiah Simmons. I have a feeling we might go like someone like Andrew Thomas, because I think Andrew Thomas is more of a refined and finished and pro-ready lineman. But you know what? That's going to be the Gettleman assessment, and we have to, again, like we said, we have to keep our fingers crossed, hope that Gettleman makes the right moves, and we're going to kind of go on from there. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could please please subscribe. We're trying to do more videos. We are going to do a video again. Favorite word, again. We're going to we'll start doing actual videos next week or something. We're just trying to get a couple things done around the house and do a couple other things. So, but again, if you could subscribe, that would be awesome. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Thanks for listening.